Hello and welcome to a coronavirus pandemic update video for the United States. Today we're going to take a look at the latest data on the coronavirus pandemic in the United States. 70.08% of the counties in this country are at high transmission. Substantial makes up 19.4% of the counties. Moderate 7.48%. Low is 3.04%. And the biggest thing you will see standing out here is the Mid-Atlantic on up through the Northeast states, and even including Michigan, is pretty much the hot spot right now. Very similar to what we saw back in spring. However, that does spread a little bit more south than we were seeing in spring. The southern states, the central states, are kind of quieted down a little bit right now. And still a lot of moderate to high on the west coast, but even there, yet again, does not compare to what's going on from, say, the eastern half of the Great Lakes down to the Carolinas, on northeast into New England, where there is high levels of transmission in almost every county. Not every county, but almost every county. Taking a look at the latest variant proportion, this didn't update today, but we'll just run through it. BA.5 is 83.1% of the cases. BA.4.6 is 11.9% of the cases. BF.7, this is one of the new subvariants, 2.3% of the cases. BA.4 is 1.4% of the cases. BA.2.75 is 1.4% of the cases. BA.2.12.1 is now extinct and just about none of the cases. So as you can see here, BA.5 still dominates. 4.6 is trying to rise. BF.7 and 2.75 are going to be the next ones to watch to potentially take over. Taking a look at the national cases today, not all states reported. Not even half the states reported, and we still managed to eke out 40,484 cases. 206 deaths added today. 364,649 tests for a Monday. Even on a Monday, that's slow. It should be over 500,000, so less people are getting tested now. Not good. Hospitalizations did drop by 302 to 28,443. ICUs are down by 96 to 3,424, so that's good, but mind you, not everywhere is dropping. Some places are rising. We'll get into that in a bit. Taking a look at some cases here. Texas, 7,300 new cases. New York State, 2,829. Illinois, 3,666. New Jersey, 921 cases, but week over week, they're now up to 29.8% increase. Not good. Virginia, 3,023 cases. Indiana, 1,200 cases. Wisconsin, 2,239 cases. Washington State, 1,154 cases. Colorado, 763 cases. Missouri, this is a weekly report, 7,498 cases. Kentucky, 4,794 cases. They're up almost 1% week over week. Louisiana, 798 cases. They're up 10.7%, so that's interesting. Maryland, 985. Puerto Rico, 513. Arkansas, 142. Connecticut, 265. New Mexico, 491. West Virginia, 906. New Hampshire, 346. Delaware, 602. Guam, 21. U.S. Virgin Islands, 18. And Northern Mariana Islands, 5. All right, let's take a look at Walgreens data, shall we? And you'll see on the map here, for the most part, there are places that are dropping. There's a few places that are slightly rising. But again, the biggest rises as a region, as a whole, continues to be the Northeast. And the state with the biggest rise right now is the state of Maine, with a difference of 8.6%. Current week, 31.7%. Previous week, 23.1%. And here's something alarming. So last week up to this point, they had 147 tests. Current week up to this point, 224 tests. So big increase in tests and still a big increase in positivity. That's not good. That means Maine is starting to enter into a bad situation. And let's go back to BNO data and let's go further into Maine. Let's see what the hospitalizations are doing in Maine, shall we? Cases didn't update today, but perhaps the hospitalizations did. Oh my. Take a look at this chart. So as you can see, back in June, they were up, down, but the overall trend was up. Then it dropped a lot, and now look what's happening here. They're going up pretty substantially. If we go back to the beginning of September, they were at 180. And it pretty much bounced around through that. Then there was that big drop, which took it down to 148. Ever since, it's been up. And now it's up to 205. There was a little drop there on Sunday, which it lagged day. But overall trend, the highest so far in this rise is 210. Now it's back at 205. We'll see where this continues throughout the week. Maine is definitely rising, and that can be used as a bellwether to see what's going to happen for the rest of the country because they're getting into colder weather first. Although the northern Rockies, it's pretty cold, less population, and probably less people getting tested, so it's not really a good judgment. Maine is a better bellwether, as is New York State. Let's see what the deal is in New York State. 2,829 cases. 7.1% positive. The trend was overall up. Now it's flattened out a little bit, but that's probably going to continue up. Take a look at hospitalizations. That did not update today, but as noted last week, like I said, they did break the trend. And see how they were rise on maybe 2 days out of the week or 1 day out of the week on usually like a Tuesday or Wednesday. More so a Tuesday, they would rise and then drop. Look what happened last week. It rose 3 days in a row. Then it just dropped ever so slightly. So now we're back into the trend of the previous rise. So clearly it's going to continue rising this week. And cases are only low because, well, a lot of cases are being missed in New York State. And that's the case in every state. And we'll have to see how much hospitalizations reflect. I think for right now, it's probably going to do much the same as last week. Will it become a faster rise? Too soon to say. Check back tomorrow when we'll do another one of these videos. But for the time being, the trend has changed. They're not dropping anymore. And they're at least flattened out, if to not slowly starting to rise. Alright, let's take a look at Texas real quickly. Texas positivity continues to fall. Good news. That's good. The question is, how long is this going to last? Eventually there's going to be a flattening. Eventually it's going to start rising again. But it's down to 10.92%. Could it get below 10%? Sure, I think it can get below 10%. How much further below that? Anyone's guess. Check back in future videos. Texas hospitalizations also dropping. You can see this here on the chart. And you can see it in the current number. 1,766 people are in the hospital in Texas. Alrighty, that's all I have for today. Please, if you haven't gotten your updated boosters yet, and if you haven't had a booster in a really long time, go out and get one now. The surge is coming. It's going to get worse. It may not look like there's a massive surge right now. Give it time. We're seeing cases over in England. We're seeing hospitalizations over in England and all of the UK starting to rise now. That usually happens on a national level here 3 weeks later. So you got your 3 weeks warning. Things are getting bad. If you haven't stocked up on N95 or P100 mask or any high quality mask, do so now because you want to continue masking. It is very important. And if you stop the masking, now is a great time to start doing it again because coronavirus is more transmissible in colder weather and it causes higher viral loads and you will get a more severe case. I am expecting there to be more people hospitalized with the fall and winter wave than we saw in the summertime. Alright, thanks for watching. Remember, continue to mask up, and if you go into the grocery store or get gas, mainly get gas, please wear gloves for monkeypox. Alright, remember to hit that like and subscribe button down below. We'll do another pandemic update video again tomorrow. Thanks for watching.